Oh, nice. We're chilling. And my camera is not working. I don't know why my camera does that sometimes. I don't know what I did last time.
Well, is it like freezing or something?
No, it doesn't even show anymore. Let me see
Did
if
you
I
not
can.
just hide it?
Maybe I did hide it. No, I didn't. I don't know what I did last time. It was like behind something.
Oh, where's your OBS at?
It it's streaming like the display, so it doesn't show the OBS. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see, I see.
Hold on. This happened to me last time. Thank you for chilling here. We're getting this right. I don't even have to have my screen, my face this time. Let's just move along, right?
Yeah, good for it.
All right, good. All right, so look, today we're gonna be working on a simple project here that my buddy here, Brad, sent me. Welcome, Brad. Thank you for being here on the stream with me. We chilling.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
You came and brought a lot of questions that were valid, so we're gonna hit those topics real quick as much as possible today. And first off, we're gonna start out with his project that he had here. We're using a sample from DEDLYJAYO. Thank you for the great samples to start off, you know, making beats and stuff, and just to get a flow going. Let's take a quick listen. Say it again.
I don't hear it on my end.
You don't hear it on your end. Oh, because I'm not streaming
Oh,
to
that's fine.
you.
Leave it. I could put the stream up a little bit.
There we go. How about now? You should see it on your Discord now. That way, because it's all good. It's all good.
No, you're fine.
Oh, that's why it's not working, because Discord has my camera on.
Yeah, dude. Just turn your camera off then on Discord.
Yeah, I did. All right, so that makes sense. That's why it was like on my stream, it wasn't showing my thing because it was already being used. All right, we're here. Now we're back. You can see my face. Okay, cool. All right, so first off, Brad, I like the beat. Let's listen to the beat by itself. All right, so immediately what comes to mind for me is that everything that you made is coming from immediately in my head, like in my front. It's coming from my eyes. And when you think about a song of music, you want it to be an experience. You don't want it to be a headache. Okay, so if you're making these heavy tracks, you're gonna get tired of it really quickly. It's all like sonically not pleasing, and it's very frustrating, and that's not what you want to be doing as a creator to yourself, right, or to the listener, right?
Yeah. So it's too center mixed.
Everything is centered mixed. Listen to the beat. Now, okay, now let's listen to it like this, and let's listen to it in mono, right? So let's see the difference, you know? Absolutely no difference, bro. Your beat is in mono.
Yeah.
All right, so now how do we do that? We're gonna go break down each part. So we're gonna see what we have here. Each pattern. This pattern is. That's a nice kick. See that brought some space into it. 808 hi-hats from FL Studio, right?
I think so, yeah. I didn't change it yet.
No problem. We're gonna show you how to create your own hi-hat from this, so that you never, like, you want to use a preset to get you somewhere. You don't want to have a preset in a song. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
So
You
think
want
of
to create your own
yeah.
unique
Think of everything that you see that you're about to touch as a preset, and you have to make it something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna mess with these precomputions here, like. Oh, that's the echo. Okay. So that's cool. You can maybe add some echo later. I made it softer, and then I'm gonna make a little bit of a delay on it. All right, so we're giving us that adds a little bit of swag to the hi-hat being naturally late. So that's another topic of your question was how to give your drums bounce like a human feel. Timing is a huge thing. A lot of things with volume, because we are not perfectly hitting it at the same strength every time. So if we think about human feel, we're messing with volume, we're messing with latency, and that's pretty much it. So we're timing and volume. So if you think about it, like if you ever heard of you know, with a hi-hat, when somebody does like a nice little hi-hat roll, it's never as long as the tss, you know? It's like a you know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be like a, you know? So if you really wanted it to make it more feel like a human being, what we would do is either have a separate hi-hat, you know what I'm saying, where it's tighter. Okay, so I'm gonna add to the pan over here a little bit. All right, so we already got a little bit of space to it, right? It almost feels weird now, right? But it's supposed to, and it'll add to everything making sense in a little bit, okay? And let's add an EQ to this hi-hat, because there's a lot of frequencies that just a little bit of space, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you see how very little I have it in there?
Right. Yeah, it already gives it a lot. It widens it a lot more already.
Okay, now here's a very important like topic, and there's a few things that need to stay like that you have to keep in mind at all times when it comes to your kick and drum, like kick and sub. I feel like right here, right now, our kick and our sub are hitting in the same like frequency, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they sound like they're coming. So we're gonna work on that in a little bit, but just to stay focused on the human feel, let's go into the hi-hat and focus in on
So essentially, you're just creating dynamic there then.
yes. And then if you're doing hi-hats, always go into this magnet, because you want to go in deeper, you know what I'm saying? Like triplets are cool, and you can also use, you know, like and then if you want to shorten these, you know, like this is the difference between all right, my bad, let me go to main or put it on none. Okay, this that you see is this button that is being clicked, all right? But if you have it at one length, now it is going to do the one length. But if you have it at this, it's going to do the complete sound. You see how it's still not in the piano roll over here? Because it's clicking a button. The button, if it's all the way the smallest, is the button. Now if I have it just one, look, it now created a piano roll for it because it now reads that it needs to play this length.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good.
So if you're ever wondering why it's not working still, is because this, you saw the difference, right? That is the button, that is the length. Button and then length, and now we're in this length, but then now it becomes a button. So it's okay. And now listen to the difference. You can't even hear anything. Why can't we hear anything? Because in that one little silence, we have the attack too much open. You get it?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That sounded nice. It's okay to be that short, you know, and it's being quiet because we could just open it, you know, to where it sounds. Oof. All right, now it's sounding a lot better. So what happens if we were to take it off the button and put it into the envelope? It's different, right?
Yes, it goes from sounding like a computer to giving it life.
And Brad, you know, if since we're being creative, you know, let's give some creativity to the flow, to the workflow. You don't have to stay in boundaries, you know.
Right. So what are you clicking to get those
Right
to
click.
go downward?
Wait, what do you mean?
So like your velocities, you have them going up and down. Like what are you holding to do that, to adjust
I'm not holding anything. I'm right clicking to do a straight line.
Okay.
Okay, so I right click and then do a straight line this way and then straight line to where I wanted to go. You see that?
So it's just right click and then you drag it.
And if you want to do left click, you know, you can. I'm now drawing it. You see?
Okay. Yeah.
And then right click.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so I'm kind of going for this right here. Okay. Where this meets up with this one, you know? Okay, so you could do that, or you could just, if you want to, like, that's kind of like where it should be right now to make it sound more realistic. Don't you hear how it now sounds like in its place?
Yeah.
Right. And even now the drum and kick, just because of the hi-hat, now the kick and 808 are sounding better, you know? Oh, you have what? You have, okay.
A sub bass. I think there's a bass or a sub bass there.
All right, which is okay to have. Which is okay to have. But we're gonna create space for everything. So you have a kick, a sub, and a bass playing at the same time. Wow. All right, so immediately what I would go for is an EQ, a good multiband compressor on it, by the way. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. You got a limiter on this? I like it.
I was still trying to learn how everything affects everything else.
No, I mean, I like it. If you're gonna use it for like saturation,
yeah,
you know, you can use it for some sat. The sat is touching the white, you know. I'm looking at the white.
Okay.
I'm only saturating this much. I'm not saturating all of this. I don't, you know, you get it?
I got you.
And you can hear the saturation, what it's doing, right? It's making the kick sound a little bit, you know, more like straight to the point, which is nice.
Right. Almost like adding a distortion. Like how some people add distortion.
Very soft clipper. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like a soft clipping. Because soft distortion is what soft clipping is. You know? Okay, I need snares. Where is this?
I think it's on
All right,
8.
nah, that's cool. I got it.
I think
And
8
if you
and
want to move
2
it around,
or
you can.
3. I don't know.
If you want to move this one around, you press Alt and slide it over.
Like with your arrow keys, or you're just
Yeah,
dragging?
with my arrow keys.
Okay.
So now I have both snares together. You get it?
Yeah.
All right, that's. What is this? Is that like the bass or something? Yeah, that's the 808.
Oh yeah.
What the heck?
Which one are you looking for?
Right here. How do I want? I don't wanna use the snare. I'm trying to do it where if this is a beat that you chose, this is a snare you chose. And I think that this is a snare you chose because it's like you don't have a lot of packs, right?
Yeah. And
Which
it's
is
kind of
okay.
it was almost like it could also be percussive too. Like it also could be.
Exactly what that snare is really good for, and that's another thing that like you see the difference. Like if we want to use a snare there, I would probably those aren't even snares I would use yet either. I would if I wanted to use a snare for a song, I would use Snarlex Jug Kit snares. See?
Yeah.
Like look at this one. You hear that like that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna release all this extra sound with the out. And the out just cut off all this. You know you see it how it's affecting it a little bit?
Oh yeah.
But if it was a longer sample, you get it?
Yeah.
And then the end obviously. You hear what I'm cutting out? That bling. Listen to the snare.
Yeah. Yeah.
That adds weird sounds to your song, like. So like
Just
if
like
you,
those extra frequencies that kind of mess with it.
and now like I said, if you want to download it, it's free. Snarlex Jug Kit. This is not even the like it's free, but I've noticed
It's like a portion of it or something?
No, I've noticed that the quality, bro, like of stuff, like when you pay for stuff, man, it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I would pay for the Snarlex one, and it's there is a free one, but I feel like that those aren't even as good as like when you pay for this from the source, you know? Like listen to this snare, like it has like that bass. They're similar, like look at the hi-hat difference. Like I have to add that like ambient, but then if you go back to this hi-hat, listen to the hi-hats on here. Oh man, what just happened? Boom. They're from the front. Mono.
Yeah.
All of it is mono. Snare mono. Like this is like the one that's not, but it's still trying to be not. Like you hear the weird transient on it?
Yeah.
There's these weird transients on these free packs that add extra flavor to it that don't allow your sounds to be clear. Like look how crisp. And you can hear them on both sides. Like that one's super like spread out. Like it's super nice. with that,
Yeah.
you know. This is already to your left if you notice. This one's to your right. They're already placed for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So somebody who's creating a sound is not just getting us a whole bunch of mono sounds. No, you're getting a pack that when you put together, it already has the room. That's why sound selection is super important. When you listen to the sound and you listen to a beat and you have your percussion set up in a certain way, you know. This might even be too much to the pad. There we go. But even still, it's already panned to the left inside here, remember?
Yeah.
So that's why I can, you know, take it off outside out here. We don't want it too far out, and then now it feels empty, you know? And we're taking our time. That's what matters, bro.
Right. Well, with the hi-hat, what'd you do to change the to pan instead of velocity
Nice
for the
question.
piano roll?
You right click over here anywhere in this side.
Okay.
Okay, once you right click, that'll give you the drop down menu. Or
Okay.
you can click this right here.
Gotcha.
Left click this or right click here.
Okay.
Right click here or
By
left click
default,
here.
it's always on velocity though, right?
By default, it's always on velocity. I go to pan a lot. I go to pitch a lot, you know. But if I was gonna do something like that, I would. I'm gonna go further in depth with. That's cool. All right, so usually me, I know my kicks hit around here, which is the 880 to around 127 hertz to like 160. Anywhere in this range is where your kick is gonna strong hit, like you
get
this, yeah, that pop, nice little pop, you know. That's where the kick is gonna be. So usually in my 808s, and you hear that nice boom, you hear it right here. You see, you can hear the space made for this, but you hear the note. The note is still there. Oh, just because you don't want it to rumble on that note, you get mad. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's musically get it correct so that when it does, it's not supposed to rumble on that note, so that it rumbles on that fallback. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Which is the real feeling. Is a part of the real feeling of music. When you playing bass and you go into playing a bass and the frequency doesn't ring as hard as when you hit that low bass, right?
Yeah.
That's already sounding 10 times better, you know? All right, and then now the snare is loud. So here, this one, I'm probably gonna turn. See, I made it to the right. Because now we have the hi-hats on the left, percussion on the right, snare in the middle.
Gotcha.
We got the 808 hitting on the low frequencies, and then we're gonna have the kick hitting in those frequencies that we were just taking out, right? I'll leave a few, you know, subby in the kick. And if you don't want to do it by EQ, a good way to do it for me is sometimes just putting a multi-band compressor on it alone is fire, you know.
Okay.
I literally just put a multi-band compressor, don't even touch it. And then another little kick trick that I do is You hear the attack?
Yeah.
And you'll find the one. You have all these different kicks, bro, from one kick.
Right.
That's another like, you know, tip for creating your own sounds out of just any kick that you have, you know, even if it's stuck. And you'll notice some of these are like will fit perfectly in there. And you just gotta find it. And then I'm gonna unmute everything. You like that? Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds already different, drastically different.
We made our own sub now. You get me? That fits to the vibe. Cause like if you listen to the sample, okay. First off, before we continue, that sample needs some mixing. Where is it at? You put it on 6. Okay.
I think it's 5 or 6. I don't know.
Yeah, it's right here. Look, it's on 6. Double click it, and then it'll tell you right here. If you press track, it'll do it for you. And name it and color it the same color.
Nice.
Okay. Did you have anything on 6 though? Yeah. So if you ever do that and you had stuff on 6, you can go to File, and you just.
Oh, but I'm probably not even using that stuff, honestly. They're probably just sitting there.
Let me see. You're right. Let me check. Oh, it was in another screen you had over here. No, yeah, you have a little. Yeah, so you have some computation on it. You have some stuff on there. Well, you got a Maximus that maybe this Maximus is default.
Yeah, I didn't touch anything with that.
I could tell. No worries. But I'm just gonna, if you just for knowledge purposes, and if, let's say you did a whole bunch of stuff, you know, and you have like, you know, 17 different things on here, and you want to go ahead and just move it over to something else. Did you see what I did there or no?
No, I can't see it on my screen.
Okay, what? You can't see this drop down menu?
No.
Oh, because you're on Discord, on YouTube.
Let me see if it's on YouTube. I got it open next to me. No, I still don't see it on YouTube for some reason.
No, OBS tripping.
Oh, now I see it. Hold on. Now I see it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you know what it is? Is the stream is delayed compared to our Discord. That's why.
Oh, so when you go to File, it's gonna say Save Mixer Track State As. But if you notice, it has this little like mouse icon right here.
Yeah.
If you hold and drag, you see that? You can put it on anything you want now.
Gotcha.
All right. So now we're doing what we had on 6 goes to 9, and everything is there. And then we can delete number 6. We'll reset, select the track to default. Okay. And then we can go ahead and rename this however we need to. You know, sample. Right. That way we know what it is. Let's just color it too. Might as well. And we could use the same color that it has. All right. So now we know that that's a sample. Not bad. Great choice of a sample, great beat. But the sample, in my opinion, or just for it to be in a position where it needs to be, compared to the beat, that's how far low it needs to be. See the difference? Now do you hear how hard your beat is sounding?
Yeah.
Because the sample is not flushing any sound at all.
Gotcha.
Tell me that's a vibe, bro. You hear that?
Yeah.
Now when you get to the limiter, all right, and you take up all this and you already have your gain up and you saturate a little bit. We're hitting something, you know? It's a lot different than what we started with. And it's still, there's still space that could be added, right? Like We're gonna delete these stuff here, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
yeah,
you.
get rid of 'em.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what's the best thing to do for samples. When you get a sample, if you wanted to get, if you like, you had your thing looking sort of like this, right?
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get highs out of a sample, before adding, take out your lows, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you want highs, take out mids and lows. If you want mids, take out highs and lows. If you want lows, take out mids and highs.
To be more subtractive than additive.
Yes. You want to be more subtractive than additive because you already have a frequency there. It's just being drowned out by something else that's louder. And that's what we're equalizing, you know? You can tell that the sound itself already is equal because look at where it hits. They're all pretty equal, right?
Yeah.
So if we were to just leave this on a default, we can tell they're just a little bit more focused right here, yeah? Man, that right there just opened up the vocal room, ain't it?
Right, yeah.
Now we're gonna put the multiband compressor on that, right? When you think about threshold is gonna be what dB we are going to place our limiter for that frequency. Meaning it's just we're placed, that's gonna be the threshold is just the place where we're starting the compression. The ratio is how much we're doing it, and the knee is how much after, sort of like the release, but it's not the release because the knee will help bring the sound out from the back, okay, and fill the room. Sort of like a water bottle, a water cup that has water and a cup that's empty, right? What happens if we put the empty cup on top of the water that's full? It comes out the side. So that's what the compression is doing. It's pushing the sound down in the center and bringing out the water to flow out the sides. That's what the knee is helping us doing, okay?
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the knees, you know, okay? We're gonna bring down these thresholds and we're gonna watch the threshold to be around this area, all right? And then we bring up the gain. And now let's listen to the difference. You can hear it very slightly on the when it got silent, bro. Listen to the sample. Listen to the sample. You can hear the guitar so far away now.
Yeah.
And now listen to the difference. I'm gonna shut it off now. There's some frequencies that we hear that are chilling our bones because we brought down that frequency, that hard hitting frequency in the front. So that we hear all this stuff that comes out through the side, and that's what any compression you want to do with any compression. That's what you want to do. Okay, you can use any compressor you want, as long as you understand that about a compressor. It will help you bring your sounds out, whatever DAW you're using. Okay.
All
right. Now we're gonna go ahead and tackle another question that you had here. Okay, how to set up a side chain for your kick and your 808. Simple. We're gonna go to our mixer. We're gonna find our kick. And our sub, okay? Now, we have two 808s and we have two subs, so two basses, right? An 808 and a sub.
Yeah.
So first, let's EQ them. Make sure that they're all in its place, and then we're gonna go ahead and like make sure. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Now that we did remember we did this one first, the kick and the 808. Now let's do the kick. Let's do the 808 and the bass together. So the kick and the 808 is okay now. So this is good. Right?
Yeah.
I agree. Those two are hitting very nice and separate. You can hear the kick and you can hear the 808. And now I think this is what's more important right here. Which one is overpowering? The 808 or the sub?
The sub right now.
The bass, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even hear the kick no more. We don't even hear the plump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, I don't know. I like that you had a multi-band compressor, but we're going to put another one on it. All right, and we're going to put an EQ on it. With the same idea with the other one. So I'm looking at these red ones, making sure that they're not too loud, like too up there.
And the red is showing you
what is being touched, how much is being affected. Then this is your sound, your in.
The input, okay. And then the red's the output?
The red is the what's being affected.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So after you adjust your threshold,
right,
and then your essentially your ratio, if you're
right, you don't want to be affecting way too much, and you don't want to be affecting way too little, unless you just want a very slight effect. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're looking for. But for me right now, I want to eliminate a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the mid range, around from here to here, which is like not too like. It should be hitting like at this lowest peak where it's not, where it's not affecting too much, and then where if it's gonna affect the most, it'll be around here,
Okay.
You see around this range. You see how like this one's a little bit. It's like, you see how it's like, you get it.
Yeah.
So if it's the max compression, it'll be right up here, and then. All right, so now we just by putting this multi-band compressor, we already see that they're not competing anymore.
Right.
They're like sort of complementing,
You can actually hear the plucks of the bass now.
That's what I want. That's why I took a lot of this kick out. That's where the kick is gonna be at anyways, right?
Yeah.
And then I took even more off because I want, remember, if I want to get more highs, I take off some mids and some lows. And it's so afraid, like people are afraid to take out completely, bro. You see the difference of like how hard I do this, bro? That's why I love EQ, because it's like, this is a hard EQ and it's very individual. Sort of like, remember when we were at, we had our hardware, bro. So for me, coming from a hardware stance to a digital place, it was like, oh god, EQ was my favorite. But people who don't know the live spectrum of it, they want to see the frequencies. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So they use like the parametric.
Right, and the parametric is gorgeous, bro, because like. What parametric does, this is what the parametric symbol is. That's why they call it the parametric, and we're able to EQ, we can single out a frequency with this, don't get me wrong, but you know how much harder when it's already set up for you, like why do all that when it's already all set up for you? And look at this, bro, you can,
Yeah.
And you can really feel like you're sitting in front of the stage, messing with each sound, like, and you can experiment, bro. You can have a sound where it's just one frequency, like. And now it's only adding a pluck to the sub. You get what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah, I got you.
So now we're only using the pluck from this sound to give a flavor to the whole thing. What if I just kept it like that? Let's see what happens. Let's break, And now, if you want to bring it to the the human feel again. I'm gonna cut this. I just cut it because when you cut, it copies too. So I could just paste. I want to give it some flavor, so. I'm cutting. That was control up to do the whole octave.
Okay. And what key is to switch to like the slice?
C.
Okay, gotcha.
I do
Makes
C
sense.
and B a lot. B is the brush. P
Gotcha.
is the pen. So if you want to like, the pen and the brush is really important.
Yeah.
If you want to just where is it? There it is. See, you can do that too. This right here. If you click your scroll, then right click. You got all your tools right here. Instead of going and looking for them over here. So if you're like, you know, however you want to, you know, however you like to do it, bro.
You said click and then what?
Right click. You click
Okay.
click the scroll and then right click.
Oh, I got you.
So then I control select. Okay, you see? Left click.
Yeah.
Control select. Control right click zoom.
Gotcha.
Control right click select. Control right click zoom. Control right click select. Control up. I be holding control a lot. Like I'll be holding control just pretty much the whole time. Control right click with no zoom is like, for example, if I'm zoomed into here and then I just control right click, it zooms out to everything that is in the board.
Okay.
Same here. So if I'm zoomed in and right click it and I just keep right clicking, I'm just control right clicking. That way I don't have to like go here and try to be like, oh God, what the hell? I hate this fucking
Yeah.
FL Studio shit, bro.
That's what I've been doing. Like, what the heck, bro?
Control right click, bro. That's gonna save you 1.5 miles, man. All right, I those are the things. And then escape a lot. You'll see me in my stream a lot, just randomly just hold escape because we'll end up with everything open. Oh my God. And then you save your file and then, oh my goodness, try to open your file with everything open, bro. It takes forever to open up. Yeah. So now let's give it some flavor. C. I'm in main right now, which main is linked to this. This is your main step. Your main stepper. So if you're linked to main, you're linked to this. And if you press backspace, it'll go from line to none.
Gotcha. So it kind of like snaps. It doesn't snap anymore.
Right. Snap to no snap. That helps, you know. And then shift down instead of control. You see how control does the octave? Shift.
Oh, okay. So, all right, gotcha.
Shift and arrow keys. You know what I'm saying? This is your shift and arrow keys. You hear that flavor, right?
Yeah.
Slide is cool. We're gonna show you how to get this slide working correctly for you, okay? Because this was another awesome question of yours, and how to make a slide work, or just the functionality of slide, okay? How does and what each one does, okay? The slide will slide for the note that is before it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be on none right now. I press the backspace, I'm on none. All right, so you see how it's before it, right? Boom.
Yeah.
If it's exactly on it, that is considered that same one is going to slide on. And starting on this,
It will start sliding.
exactly at this moment, and then it'll go as long as this one and stop working here, no matter how long it is. Okay, so it'll only slide up, okay, to this length, okay?
Okay.
We're sliding up at the moment, okay? For the purpose of it being 4 bars, it is going from F, then F sharp, then G sharp, then A, right? So it is going to slide as quick as each bar because it's going up 4, right?
Yeah.
So in this instance, it's gonna only slide up halfway to this value.
To that note. Okay.
So if we have a slide that is longer than the length of this, which is used a lot, it will slide slow and not reach the full length of the volume the full note that it's trying to reach, which is A. If we have it shorter, it's going up 4 notes, semi-notes into A that quickly.
Okay.
Barely any slide. You can barely hear the slide, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
This is gonna add this when you have this on, it keeps playing the same sound that it was on. So it slides and it goes up to it. You get me saying? While
Okay.
so it'll it's like do you see how it's still like it added a note? You get it? You see?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you were to do that, it takes away that. And we're just testing out all these options. There it is. No. I was trying to get. You see, like it'll add the note to it. So it's
Kinda
nice.
Like doing a hammer on almost.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's the best way to explain it. It sounds like a hammer-on, literally.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That's good to know because a lot of people are using slides only. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring some flavor into this thing, and that's how we create a human-sounding bass. You know. You see, like I think that naturally, remember because I play bass in the thing, so
Yeah.
I can see myself. You see?
Yeah.
I would have already naturally slide. So think about you on the instrument and slow it down, and read the volume and read the slide and read the placement of the slide naturally. I'm not placing it where it's gonna feel unnatural.
Right.
That like I'm not gonna go and play the bass down, down, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go da na da na na. You say like I'm gonna naturally slide to the next note because it's 2 splits up and it's just like natural, you know. So this is that slide I'm using right here. You get the point. Ooh, that chicken's about to snap, my boy. Okay, now we're not done with that sample, bro, because we want it to even be more spread out. Like, so I'm gonna make it unique. Okay, I'm gonna go one and put it to the left. 72, around that range, 70, and then the other one around 74. So 72 and then like 77, whatever.
For what? What are you adjusting?
These are the left pans.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So one of the same sample is gonna be all the way to like 72, and the other one's gonna be like 76. So they're not exactly. You get me?
Yeah.
They're not coming through the same thing. We're taking away as mono as possible. We're using this sample, and even though these people who are making like high quality samples will already do this for you in their sample. So when you put it in like this, it kind of like sounds even worse. You don't want to do it. There's some samples that already come that you already know that the sound selection are like they come with that space. As we hear in this one, it already has it has that space, but you're gonna see right now the difference. You can use either just one of these clicks, two of these clicks, or three of these clicks. Everything after that is just experimental, but 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that are like solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is the first without the separation. And you can hear the guitar on this side, and you hear that piano right here in the face, you know?
Yeah.
So the guitar's still there. Now the piano is all the way in the back. The piano's in the back now.
You just shifted it, just
Yeah, I'm just selecting and shifting. Yep.
just a tin.
It does, and it's cool. If you hold shift, you're able to do that too. FL Studio is getting somewhere, bro.
Yeah, they come a long way from when I first.
Yeah, bro. And I'm gonna make sure I got that spacing right here, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it here. So I'm gonna test out. Ooh. I feel like that one's better.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's fire.
All right, and then now we're gonna do this, bro. So we're gonna clone. Right click, clone number 1. Just cause, bro. Wait. What the heck is that? All right. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Do that just cause, man. I like to have it empty, bro. I like to have it empty. I know where you're at. Is it this one? Aha. Yeah, baby. Okay. Because you have it on envelope.
Yeah.
You have it on envelope, so we're gonna. Woo! Bradley, what are we doing here? You get me?
Yeah.
So you got flavor now, so you got an intro, the chorus. I'm gonna give you everything that you want, everything that you need, everything that we want, yeah. And now here, I'm gonna go to Stretch Pro. I want to know if it's gonna sound better in high pitch or low pitch. So, yeah.
Oop. You did that to the sample?
Yes, sir. And, bro, you remember when this was this loud? -17, bro.
Yeah.
You think that your drums would be hitting this hard if it was the sample on top of the drums?
No, yeah.
So, and we're not even done yet, okay? We're gonna go back into setting up this, remember that we focused on getting the kick mixed in. We didn't even really much need to do the kick, like, side chaining, because once we EQ'd, I showed you what an EQ can, and spacing will do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? I'm not gonna shy away from doing it because I know how to EQ and blah blah blah. No, this is still necessary because when that kick hits, bro, we're gonna empty out even more space for it. You know, not just because it's crushing everything. We're making it on purpose. Okay, so this is how we do it. We're gonna put a peak controller, a peak controller, a peak controller on your kick. Okay. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where. You can put it on the top, bottom. It doesn't matter where. Let's go ahead and put our bass to like 15% already. Something like that. 15%. We're gonna bring our volume down to like 50%, 55%, maybe 60%, 70% around there. So let's do 70. We're gonna raise the tension up, okay? We're gonna raise the decay up a little bit. I'm just reading the, like I'm looking over here because I'm reading the.
Oh yeah, the top.
Yeah, I'm reading the percentages and stuff to tell you, okay? Now, this is just off of the top of my head. I already know the bass is the volume that the sample or what we're linking to is going to be at, okay? If you notice right here, we have two different volumes.
Yeah.
Right here, we don't.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's do the link over here. We don't want to mess up where this volume is at, okay?
Okay.
All right, because we're gonna be linking two different things, and we don't want these two different things to be the same volume, do we?
Yeah, no.
But we want them to be affected the same way to the kick, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so we're gonna.
So you're like side chaining essentially.
I'm side chaining right now, yes, sir. So the P controller is gonna be where we're sending the link to, okay?
Okay.
And it's gonna be inverted. Remember that it has to be inverted, all right? So here I'm gonna show you. We're going to the subs, the 808, okay? And we're gonna right click it. We're gonna link to controller. And inside the internal controller, we're gonna put just the peak of the peak controller. We're not using the LFO. We're not gonna using peak and LFO. All we're using is peak. Like I said, the input will be inverted. Okay, that way, so when the kick hits, it goes down. At this point, if it's on default, the kick hits, it'll push the volume up.
Okay.
So we want to invert it, and so the volume is going to be all the way up, and then when the kick hits it, it's going to push it down. So we're going to accept it, make sure that we remove all the conflicts. You know, we have that off, and we're going to link the same thing, the hit bass to it. Right click, then that volume knob, link to controller, the P controller, and then inverted it. Okay. Except remember,
You're just right clicking on that knob.
I'm just right
I'm watching
clicking.
this. I'm watching
Yeah.
the stream to see the menus. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so I'm right clicking the knobs. Because on the
Okay.
Discord you don't see it, huh?
No, for some reason it's not picking up those windows.
Because it's on window, it's
I
not
got you.
on screen. You should be able to see everything now on Discord. Now you should see my drop down menus, right?
Oh yeah, I got you. No, yeah.
Lit. Now I don't have you going back and forth. Okay. Dude, this is super informational, bro. I love this project. It sounds fire, bro. You see how you had such an amazing song, but because of
Yeah.
the where the placing was of your sounds, it didn't hit where you wanted to. It did, you know.
Oh, sound like computer trash, bro.
But I gotta say that I hear it, bro. I heard it since the jump that it was a fire beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't feel like, oh man, it wasn't a fire beat. No, who is supposed to tell you this, man? We don't all just know this information, you know.
Right.
And even still, like that sample has, I'm just listening to it again, and even that sample has some frequencies I want to take out.
Oh, did I lose your? I think I lost your audio for Fruity Loops.
Oh no, for the screen sharing. Jeez, man, they don't make it easy,
Does it really
bro.
do that? It
Yeah,
does
that's
that?
so whack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine, bro. I'll get a little cross-eyed for a little bit. It's all good.
I like this. I like this. I like this. I like what you did here. Okay. So we're gonna pitch it down. The reason why it's not doing that is because I have this. The time right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I turn it off.
Gotcha.
All right, so now we're going back to the pitch. Now it's just hitting like way too different, right? So I'm just gonna like slight. I'm not gonna go as hard as. All right.
Oh yeah, I was wondering how to get a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, let's do some panning, all right? So bum 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 bum. All right, bum 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 bum. You know, something like.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fire.
Now let's do some velocity, like this. Alright, man. I think that this is. I mean, I would say done. Why? Because the sample has a lot already.
Yeah.
You know, it already has a lead. You know, so if you wanted to go ahead and make a part where it's like a verse. Right? I mean, at this point now, you're just creating like if you know how to do automation clips, right?
I tried one yesterday on a different track. I did a one for like what was it, the love filter or something, to kind of give it that like
That's exactly what I was
low.
gonna use right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
a love filter is good, and if you want to keep it simple, use fruity filter. Where is it at? My stuff is all doubled. I don't know why. One day I came in here and it was just everything was doubled. I was like, what is this? Copy.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, man. And it messes me, bro. It messes me up. I see everything twice. It's like,
I think if you go to the folder, like the main folder and like the where you have it installed,
yeah.
you'll probably see that there's like you just erase the doubles, yeah.
Right here, bro. Fruity filter, man. Jeez. This is very simple, bro. It's a very simple one that doesn't have effects, but if it gets what you want out of it, you know. So just use
Yeah.
this and try to like mess with all. It's not a lot of options. My advice is to use something and touch every option So use
Yeah.
something and touch every option. You'll never know what it does until you do that. You can watch
Gotcha.
somebody do it a million times, and you will never know for yourself what it does until you use it, you know?
Yeah.
So I just skipped that love filter by going ahead and the new FL Studio gives me a Stretch Pro, and then I created a new separate sample. So I have one. You see, I have different samples.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you how do you do that because I've seen somebody else do that on YouTube.
Create separate samples. So out of the same sample,
You like create a unique version or something.
right? You right click on the top menu, the drop down menu, and you make unique.
Okay.
Because it helps because if you were to mix something, you don't want it to be separately different all over the whole board.
Right.
You want to put something down and it'd be the same thing, you know? You don't want it to be like, oh crap, now I have it over here, it's a different sound. Man, I don't remember which one I had it on.
Yeah. Got you.
So that's why it's really nice. So once you make it unique, then you can go ahead and see number 4 and number 3. Number 4 and number 3 are together. That's the left and right. Then you'll see the 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 together. So that's how I do it. No, 5 and 6 is this. And a little bit, a little bit more mono on the silent one, like you see how I brought in the mono, just to give it flavor, bro. Right? Something like that. Simple. Done.
Yeah.
Done. That is done. A beat that's done. It has a lot already. It's done.
You need to play this version and then my version, bro. See.
All right. Now.
I should just go over here export the version.
Yeah. No, I got you. I want to show you what we were doing here. I forgot to show you that my settings with the P controller, because I'm like, dang, bro. Like, wait a minute. Like, I know I showed you the settings on where to put the P controller, but I didn't show you what it's doing. Like, so right here, look. And even that alone sounds fire. All right, that sounds fire, bro. That sounds even good. I forgot to tell you, like, what you should be doing as well is once you finish this, you can go ahead and, I forget, but you can add these to I don't do it this way because of the way that I produce. I never needed to go ahead and just dump everything, but there's a way where you can just dump all of this onto the piano roll, and I'm gonna find out, and I'm gonna show how to do it in another stream, because that's really helpful. But I stopped making beats like this because I started separating my patterns, and I got used to already having, like, creating into patterns, and
Right.
pressing this button right here. You know,
Okay.
I produce on here already.
I gotcha.
I don't produce in here then bring it out.
Okay.
Okay, so if I start with a sample here, I'll just go ahead and drop a pattern like immediately. I'll just go ahead and drop pattern 1, 2, and you've seen it in my live streams too. I've done it like this where you'll see like a whole stack of things where everything looks like this, you know, where I have a stack where it's like hi-hat, snares, this, that, and the other all already made up. And I'll like start adding things like that into the empty patterns so that I could just already workflow. So yeah, now you know that the P controller is working. Okay, so the bass was so that we're not. The bass right here, look at this volume knob right here. I gotta bring on the P controller, then close this, moly moly. So look at where the bass is now. You see how it's changing the volume?
Yeah.
So I knew it was gonna be around here, like 15%, because that's already the sound volume. So actually it needs to be around 23%-ish, you know, because this is it looks similar, right? So I'm off by I'm off by 2%. This one doesn't tell me exactly what it's gonna be like here, but I'm off by 2%, which is fair. I'm a little shorter by 2%, which is fair. So I'm paying attention to that bass, so that I'm not making my sub a lot louder or like, because if not, it's gonna be all the way up. Because remember we have it inverted.
Okay.
We have the peak controller inverted, so that's why the bass, when it's all the way down, the volume is all the way up.
I got you.
But the bass is necessarily where it starts. You get it?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. We're at the start of the sample. This is the sound. The sample will be like around 20%, dude. But 15% brought some power into the bass, bro. I kind of liked it. I brought some volume back into the subs.
Yeah,
All right?
that's nice.
And now let's look at the wave that it hits. So this is very nice. This is a nice little sound, you know. It's not holding the sound down too long, okay, which is the decay.
Yeah.
Look at the decay is longer when it's shorter. Remember, it's kind of inverted, so you have to kind of you have to like backwards it in your mind. That's why it's like a little opposite, right? So the decay, obviously the more that the decay is, the exact to the kick it's gonna be.
Okay.
So if the kick sound has like a wobble, it's gonna wobble here. We see that. And then the tension is adding to the height.
Okay. I see.
And then obviously the volume would be, since we're inverted, the volume is where it's cutting all the way down to.
Okay.
So it's where it's starting, where it's ending, and this is the in between. So tension is adding the volume, and then decay is adding the length. And tension is adding more oomph, or you can cut a little bit more. I like to mess with tension and decay. I don't only do decay. I don't only have decay. It's nice to add some tension in there. But what is the purpose of doing this? Like, or where should it be, or where would it sound best, or why, if you're gonna use it, like how long should it be? Okay. In my opinion, the answer to those questions are according to genre.
Okay.
For hip hop, try to get the kick to hit and then disappear, where you don't hear you want the kick to hit and the 808 to disappear, and you don't really hear that ducking sound that you get from electronic music, the womp on womp on womp on womp. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I come from electronic. I come from a very long duck or like a nice ducking sound that gives you this. But in 808s and the subs and in hip hop, get it to as like, you know, as perfect as you can. Like in my opinion is when the kick hits, 808 comes nice and smooth right after, bro. Like I mean right after, bro. Like and you gotta hear it. It can't be too on top of the kick, because then you're not doing anything. But you still, or like you, it's not that you're not doing anything, it's like you're like you still want to give the flavor, because somebody's listening for it. Somebody who is professional, who has that type of ear, is listening to see if you have a kick and peak controller. And if you have it as tight as possible and they can't tell, that's what you kind of want. You get what I'm saying? You want it to be where the kick is hitting, 808s are jumping, and there's no interruption. And then, I mean, you put the volume all the way up, and it's clear. There's no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's look at some options here. I already know this is the sort of kick that is immediate. As you saw, it does its job and it gets away.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's
Hold on one second.
You good, my friend?
You just
Yeah.
go. I just got a call.
No worries, man. So that's what we're trying to avoid, all right? So we're trying to avoid that. But now it sounds real nice, okay? So we set up a side chain, you know. We brought the human feel to our drums. We EQ'd our instruments to give space for kicks and 808s. We EQ'd our kick and our 808s to give space for the instruments. How to make 808 patterns that aren't trash. We use anything. It doesn't matter. Like, we can use anything. You know what I'm saying? Using 808 patterns that aren't like trash with a melodic pattern is a lot less harder than you think. It's a lot less harder than you think. I think once you realize how easy it is to make beats and how simple you need to keep making beats, you're gonna feel like it's still empty. You're gonna still want to add something because you're beginning. You're not knowing of what is enough. So continue to just create. And my advice is, if you have a lot of sounds in one song, it's because you spent too much time on that song. You should, as a producer who is trying to make a multiple, you know, arsenal, you know, where you have a lot of beats and stuff like that to show, you shouldn't be spending a lot of time on one beat adding sounds or creating it. You should spend a lot of time fixing it and deleting the stuff that you added that were too much. That is the only time that I say to put and do not rush. Make sure you're spending all the time on each single sound instead of trying to add another sound that will fill the space. Okay? I think that's the best advice I can give for that. And making 808 patterns that aren't trash. This is an 808 pattern that is simple, and everybody wouldn't like it, and not everybody's gonna like it. And I think that I wouldn't even use this drum pattern, but I think that it is a song, and I think that it is liable for somebody to use for a song, you know? So it's like, so like, it reminds me of just playing the bass on Sundays at church and having to stick to the pocket and being bored. 808's patterns sometimes are boring. So keep it that way, because that's what actually gets you into the pocket of a groove. And when you're singing and you don't have a distraction of a bassist who's soloing, okay? So making bass making basses that have a melodic pattern aren't always about adding a lot of, you know, kicks and different flavors into it, you know? Something simple as a second bass.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, man, I was just going over all these questions you had, bro. I appreciate your time, for real, bro. These questions are really dope. This has been a very informative what do you call it? Video, especially for people who are beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a new file. As a matter of fact, before we do that, can you send me on the Discord just the MP3 of that beat?
Yes. Let's see. 3. This is gonna be funny.
No, man, I think that it's necessary, right?
Oh no, for sure. But it's just funny, you know, like
Yeah.
because especially like coming from a musical background, you know exactly what you want to hear, how it's supposed to sound. But then you get to something like this, and you're like, okay, well, how do I cook now? I got the ingredients in my head and the recipe, but how do I cook?
Right. Dude, oh my goodness, man. I was cooking some lemon. I was cooking some steak one time and I put some lemon on it, right? And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is gonna be so good, bro. Whatever, bro. It was oof. It was oof. It was oof, man. Don't put lemon on steak, bro. I think that was it, bro. Like inside the pot. Oh, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad. I never ever tasted something so bad. All right, now I'm gonna download this and put it into FL Studio.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cool to hear the dynamic change though and everything.
Ouch.
I think that's huge. It's not don't get offended by where you're starting from. You know, like
Don't be offended, but it hurts. It hurts. Like
yeah, don't get offended. Don't be discouraged. Just push
and learn, push and learn, right?
Yep.
Oh my. So now. Oh man, but this is ready, bro.
Yeah, it sounds dope.
Bro, somebody could make a whole song. I can hear I literally can hear Young Thug on this, bro.
Yeah.
For some reason, I hear his as unorthodox as his bro, go listen to his older beats. This is what they sound like, bro. This is what he's like used to hop on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's a fire beat. You just had to understand where things go. My main thing is also knowing that like what you may want to personally hear is not what's probably gonna. Because I used to want to hear my plucks louder than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just used to love that sound of a pluck. And so because I'm a producer and I love that pluck sound, all my songs were so pluck heavy, which is not a bad thing. It's just they were so pluck heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have the pluck incorporated.
Right.
And every song will have a pluck sound in there, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there's not the main focus of the beat. The main focus of the beat is to create the space, the pocket of that vocal room. That you're making a circle basically, dog. You're making a little bubble, bro. And you're gonna put the snare just out. You're gonna put the snare right out in front of it. It's fine. You're gonna put the bass right there. That's fine. But you're gonna put the hi-hat right here. You're gonna put the percussion right here. You're gonna put the guitar right here. You're gonna put the pad over here. You're gonna put the lead over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just bring the space in the circle. You know. I'm gonna show you a few other tips on. Okay, there's two more things I want to tell you about before we end the stream. Before we end the stream, yes, this is gonna be important. I'm just gonna show you two things. All right. How to tune your 808s. All right, okay. That's super important. There's a lot of like 808s aren't necessarily on the time or the tuning. All right, so this is how I do it. If you don't have a tuner, if you don't have a thing on it, I think it's always nice to just learn how to do it by ear anyways. There are tuners, but this is the best way that I've always heard of doing it. All right, so I gotta get the sample at the same time, my bad. It's not in tune. It's not in tune, right? You can hear it's like a little flat, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's another thing that people aren't necessarily like tuning it to. That's why I feel like doing it to the ear is more important than putting it in a tuner. Because if sometimes it'll say it's playing C5, but it's actually playing like D.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's not exactly on.
It's not exactly so to the tuner. That's why I say tune it to the ear, in my opinion, so that even if you get it to the note that it's typically at, where it's supposed to be at, it may be half a centimeter off, like a half of a semitone off, you know, like, or cents. It may be cents off, where it's just bringing a wobble to the beat that you don't want.
Yeah.
You see? So I pitched it right here on the top, all right? You can go to 1 to get even more precise, all right? You can go to 1, and now all this is gonna just move into the next semitone. So you have all this space to, all these cents. You have 100 cents to get to the next one range, which is the next note. So I can tune real nice inside of these cents right here. You hear it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Now it's hitting like dong dong dong. Right? It's not like a little bit less. It's not a little bit more. Boom! Drop that thing. right, let's check it up here. That second note was messing with me, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Go up, just go up. Bring it up higher, bro. You'll hear that note. And that's because it's doing that double thing because it has the loop on right here. So since it's a long sample, is you get what I'm saying? Since it's a long bass sample down at the bottom, it doesn't get a chance to loop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's hitting this one. It's a sample, bro. It's in the sample. It's in the sample, you know? I'm gonna keep pushing forward. I'm gonna keep pushing forward because I like that. That was simple, right? Now.
Yeah. When do you set your 808s to cut itself?
When do I set them?
Yeah, like do you always do that, or you just do it depending on the song?
Always. Every 808. Every 808 I cut itself. And depending on what type of song I'm doing, even subs, like even electronic subs and stuff like that, I'll cut itself. Okay. I don't want the same sound playing over itself.
Yeah. Muddy up the mix, essentially.
Immediately. I am into clearing out my mix as much as possible because that's the quality I want to give.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I'm on cut 1 and by 1, which is my cut groups, okay? This is the same cut itself button that we have out here, okay? The same button. If I have this bass at 1-1 and I put another sub at 1-1, they cut each other self out, which is awesome.
Okay.
So I can do like I'm gonna delete this one. Since I'm gonna clone this one since I already have it tuned, and then I'm gonna just drag this other bass into it, right? And then I'm gonna take this sub out, and then I'm gonna add it from 7. Now I have to cut, obviously my bad, I have to put it on cut 1. That's why it wasn't working. See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I got you.
So now I can have 2 different basses and then like, or like I could do like, woo! Right? Sweet, right?
Yeah.
Now, Brad, here's another cool thing, man. I put either here or here. I do this recently because of this. You heard that latency, and then sometimes I want to start another bass, and it doesn't. It has that late, you know. So yeah. I'll get this one here and turn it off so that when it ends, see?
Yeah.
it ended. It shut off that other stuff. So you know what I'm saying? If you have it there, you gotta make sure it stays there. You get me?
I got you.
And if you lose it, then my advice is to put it inside. You know? Woo, you know what I'm saying? So it gives it a little flavor. Like cut right before, like a natural. And it came in with the sample from here. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with this. I'm gonna go ahead and double it, make unique. Send it over left to 82. Send it over left to like 76. And then this one is gonna be. Woo! You hear those guitars on the left and right, bro?
Yeah.
Let's add. I'm gonna show you the strumizer next. Let me add a piano. And I like these piano sounds from here. Inside FL Studio, you go to instruments, keyboard. Let's do Rhodes, bro. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna go here and add it here. Okay, you see how I can't hear my freaking note? But a P.
Okay.
Press P and it gets your pen.
Oh, I got you.
And if I'm on brush.
Oh, it's just like pasting it in essentially.
Yeah, so if I press shift brush, it'll make what the heck, bro? I don't know what it's doing. So it's supposed to like make. Oh, it's on. No, wait. Yeah, I guess it's on pen. My bad. So if I'm holding shift, then I'm able to do this. That's what I was trying to do. This.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If I'm on pen, I thought it was on shift. I mean on B, which is brush. That's sweet. That's sweet. I like it. Just for now, I'm gonna show you what the strumizer does. Alt S.
Okay.
All right, and this is how we use the strumizer. Do you see that drop-down menu?
Not yet. Hold on. I'm waiting for it on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Nice. We're looking at the time.
Okay, I see it.
I'm gonna go ahead and open it on your Discord for you, even though you don't get to see it. I mean, hear it, or you're good because you want it real time. I want to talk to you.
It don't matter.
I'm gonna talk to you in real time about it. I'm gonna go to your. I want you to see it in Discord. Okay, boom.
All right.
So we're talking about time, okay, and the time. What it does, because this is all visual, all right? The time obviously is going to be doing this, okay? Gotcha. So if I go to the right, it's gonna take the top, okay, and it's even, okay? The tension. Oh, I got a better idea, bro. I got an even better idea. Watch this. Look, this is so cool. Okay, so we're gonna strumize this. Aha! Boom! That's the tension. You see the tension?
Yeah.
So the tension will bring the back ones further out. Okay, the time if you go to the left is starting at the top going down, and if you make it that way, it'll go from the bottom up. You get it? Velocity
Gotcha.
velocity has to do with velocity, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
Hmm.
Okay, we're at the bottom, but now the tension is where I like to work with, because that tension gives that natural human feel, like a ding, you know.
Yeah.
So I love messing with tension, you know, because obviously timing like this is so perfect. We're not perfect,
Yeah.
so bring the tension in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As you see now, what it does. All right. So once again, if I have less time but more tension, all right, more time, you know, less tension. So just keep messing with this as you continue to go with your to make sure it's naturally so sounding. All right. So it's naturally sounding. What do you think about this? Now you visually see what this strumizer does, right?
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay. Tension really helps. I've made really cool sounds, like using the strumizer sort of like this, where you get it?
Yeah. Oh, well, you gotta put back the thing for the audio. I'm listening to it on
Oh,
YouTube right now.
yeah. But you get it.
Yeah.
Bro, my computer is like, how are you doing all these things to me? Let me close a few things. Oh my goodness. It is hot. All right. So I'm gonna accept this and see what this sounds like. Tell me that doesn't sound fire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just using the strumizer to make us a whole, like, we just use strumizer to make us a rhythm. I mean, a like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A melody, bro. Yeah, we're gonna finish this beat real quick, bro. We're gonna do this. Ouch. Alright, so this is what I love to do, Brad, right here. You see? This is what I was talking about earlier. So once I got that, I know I'm gonna need a snare. I know I'm gonna need percussions. I might need a kick and another snare. I mean a clap. So I'm gonna use clap, kick and snare, percussions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that way I don't have to do all this extra stuff. I'm already clicking into here, clicking into here, clicking into here, and going back into this, and just already clicking what I need out of it. Because I already know if I already have something on the other one, I'll just add it to this one. Yeah, I don't like that clap. That sounds good. And what do you think about snare? Let's see.
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna add a hi-hat from Zone 6. Yes, this one. I guess I should go back to that snarling snare. I'm gonna go your snare. Let's first see.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, 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 what's up, man? Were you still here with me? It's all good if he's busy, it's all good. Let's get one more going in and then we're gonna end it with tonight, just with that. Appreciate your time, everybody, for being here. I haven't even looked at my YouTube comments, so if you're there commenting, I apologize. Goodness gracious. I apologize. Goodness gracious. Brian! Saint! It's a vibe, my bro. Yo, this is snapping, right? I just made it. I'm gonna make another one, bro. Forget it. Or you want to hear something I made, bro? No. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. You're driving home from school, from work. I mean, let's get you another vibe. But let's find another sample just to make it a little quick for you, bro. I want to get you home happy. You tell me one. I love it, bro. I love you. Let's go. Hold on. Metro wants some boom. Let me see.
Alright, my bad, bro.
Yo.
I went to start dinner real quick.
Yes, sir. I'm just creating, bro, at this point.
Now we got the brain in chat.
Yeah, we do. I just seen that, man. And then boom. Boom! Right there with that bass. Boom! Yeah. Dude, this is my freaking favorite. This is my favorite. It's favorite sub ever. No way.
DEDLYJAYO ON.
Yeah, I love it, bro. Hey, hey, I gotta get more of that, bro. I need more of this.
So you just always drop in a blank pattern and then start working from there?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Starting new patterns. Yeah, just starting new patterns is the easiest for me, bro. Like, go ahead and just add it and let's see. Let's get. What I want to add. I'm already done with this beat, really, bro. Because if I wanted to do something, I'd do something like this. Okay, so now we're getting into the creative part. So here, now let's reverse this, make unique, reverse it. I like that. I like that. It's fire. I'm gonna move it over. So now we have a verse. That's like the intro chorus, you know?
Yeah.
And then drops the chorus, you know? Yeah, feeling way too lit. Come on, way down. And then let's add like one ambient thing, like, you know?
Yeah. To give it some atmosphere.
Right.
You almost started making a damn counter melody there.
That's it, I got that. Yeah, something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Did I record that? I didn't mean to. It always happens when you have it read. Oh, I like it. Oops. What did I do?
Brian said use the eagle sound.
Okay. An eagle sound like a flute? Eagle sound.
Like when they like
Like a raven sound.
yeah.
Let me find it right here, bro. Pow! Oh no, what is going on? There it is.
Yeah, it's fire.
Let's leave some space. Let's leave some space on the last one, so then bring it back on the first. ¿Me entiendes? ¿Me entiendes?
Got you, bro. This stuff is dangerous, bro. You can stay doing this stuff all day.
Me? Or like making beats, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you see how it just keeps coming. Bro, I could stay here and keep going all day and keep making new ones. Why? I just... First off, I'm grateful to God for putting me in where I'm at right now. You know, first off, for real. Okay, reverb on that scream. But then also, like first, because God put me in the situation I was in church growing up with all these, you know, songs and stuff, and I was always like around music, you know. But Another thing is just I'm grateful to him because the infinite amount of melodies that I have just playing in my head, bro. And I'm soloing every single time. Just they come, they're new, they're fresh, they're always just grateful, bro. I'm just grateful. Yes, hey, yeah. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, yo. Hey, Brad, thank you for being here with me, bro. For real. Yo,
Yes, sir.
listen, man. I'm gonna eat dinner tonight. Right now, I'm gonna eat dinner. Tonight, like I don't eat dinner ever. No, but for real, yo, we touched some solid topics today. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're here for you. So just let us know if you have any questions, and we'll answer them in the next live. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Y'all have a blessed night. Okay.
Peace.
Brad, you want to give them a little outro of who you are, bro, so they can know who you are, man?
All right, go ahead, bro. We'll get it in the next one.
I like it, bro. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. You rock too, Steve. Brian, Dale, I love you, bro. I'm going to be on the country club, okay? You're going to the country club. The comedy club, bro. I can't read, my boy.